Live. Can y'all hear me? Alright, can y'all hear me, guys? Sorry I'm late. I had to go washroom. And other stuff. I was just rushing. I'm gonna post everywhere here to see who's gonna be the first comment on non-YouTube. And let's see, does this show up? Oh yes, Drew's here, loud and clear, epic stuff. Yeah, great to have you on the whole time. All right, yeah. So I'll dive into your consciousness theory of everything later in the show as well. It's gonna be quite epic. Okay, a Rotary Matrix is in the show. How do I post on this? Where's the chat? There's the chat. The only way I can see the chat is if I open it up big. Interesting. Alright, so anyways, I'm just gonna leave it like that. If anyone now you can't even see it, so why is Twitter so bad? Alright, anyways, yeah, sounds good. Okay, epic stuff, yeah. So today I was actually contemplating I was gonna go over magnetic repulsion, like, and attraction, what it is. As I'm about to start my Atwood test. I actually started the magnets and repulsion test. Actually, I'm gonna start recording. And yeah, okay, I'm recording now. Okay, all right, I'm recording now. I forgot to press the record button. Anyways, everyone's in the chat. And yeah, so I was doing the Atwood machine experiments. I almost broke my computer. I'll show you what happened. Actually, I'll show you the Atwood machine. So I'll go to this one here. If I go to show you the Atwood, this was the previous one. Okay, so I got the Atwood machine up and running. So this is just a regular weight, and there's just another regular weight. All right, and whoops, why does it do that? Okay, just open up here, make it normal speed. Yeah. All right, so I'll show you what happened. Yeah, see this, basically we're gonna do the magnets and repulsion. So I already filmed the magnets in attraction. I was trying to see if they open it up. Just to show you what I did. A fully inflated tire, lol, while the car is on the street melted. Yeah, the question isn't the full context. The reason I'll go over it in a bit. I just want to go over the Atwood machine quickly, what I'm doing right now. Just because, again, Chris Bergier paid like $100 for me to buy it and replicate it. Because again, if this works, like people don't quite. I think everyone quite underestimates just how giant this is. If this works, why is my screenshots not there? How do I? Oh, this is not good. Anyways, I'm gonna just upload. I was on my phone. I'll upload it to my Telegram on the random section. Actually, I'll upload it directly onto my comments here. I'm gonna upload it right here. Just bear with me, guys. The first hour is usually just all over the place. I just want to get this. Okay, I'm gonna go and upload everything I did yesterday, so you guys can grasp my day-to-day experimentation. But anyway, yes, I'm not sure people quite grasp how it is. Right on. I was laughing about the title. I love it. Yeah. Again, you have to look at things. So like again, scientifically, in like separate all content, like all extra stuff around it, because obviously the quote Boeings on 9/11 are impossible. But nonetheless, I do think that I'm gonna dive into it. I'm not 100% sure if tires itself can survive an explosion, because it's encased with a thingy and it's only getting like a. And again, by surviving means, is it gonna be like still like you can still visually see them? Okay, Tony Sachs, how do from Lancashire. Okay, so I am uploading the stuff right here. So if I go leave a comment right here, so I'm uploading them. I'll just show you. It's on my Telegram. So I'm uploading all the stuff there, and I'll go bring the little tool that I almost destroyed my computer and my and my face. Holy. Okay. Anyways. Alright, I'm back. It's still uploading. Oh, Hey, I just been crowned. What does that mean? All right. Oh yeah. So apparently you're number 2 in the community top fans. So apparently YouTube has this new top fans thingy, and so on, and it lists based on your engagement. So far, I think Drew is number 1. Okay, the number 1, and based on your user engagement. And yeah, I'm not sure. You might get points later. I think it's all gonna be tied to the gamification slash tokenization slash crypto Asian. So anyways, so here's a magnet in. So I added two very, 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 very strong magnets together. All right, so this is about 343 grams, and I put this wooden, oh no, I mean just this cardboard like crayons container. Yeah, Drew's number 1 fan. Epics up. I watched a video recently about people making the strongest that you've made. Yeah. Yeah, that have been made. Interesting. Yeah. Because again, magnets can get super strong. But yeah, so here's some pretty strong magnets. I put them in a traction, and I weighed them here by putting these really, really high up, and then I use a tare. So anyways, that's how much it weighs. And then here's the counterweight. So this is 343 grams. The counterweight's 332. So that basically you have a 10-gram difference, just so that it goes down slower. So you can actually see them. And I put them in a bag. But this is a very, very casual setup. So 343. And then here's the first set of experiments. So these are going to be, yeah, these are pretty much finalized. So there's the 330 grams. This 343 grams. So there is, and this is magnets in attraction. Okay, and it goes down in, let's say, I have a little time there just so, oh, it turned black. Oh, this was the first video. Okay, never mind. That was a bad video. I think I need to delete this one. Okay, I'm going to delete. This one went black. Okay. Yeah, this is the one. I'm going to delete this one. Delete. Okay, so deleted that one. This is the finalized one. So I did 3 times so that we can average out the times. And again, this is just the comparison basic one. So we'll just show you that all. So I put it's hard to see that. I should have made it less dim, but anyways, I'm gonna add a timer manually in the when I edit the video. So you'll see these magnets in attraction, and then let's see how it goes on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. And that's just a 10-gram difference. So that's what the whole thing of the attribute machine. And this is aluminum there, so it's not that much on these ones. It's not too magnetic, and even though the weights are steel, it's pretty far distance, so it's not gonna affect it too much. So I'm doing it really, really crude, just to get, if I find anything, then obviously that's really magic. So again, I just do this 3 times, and then the hardest part is I'm gonna maybe later today or tomorrow, or yeah. So I'll be okay. So here's the part where I almost died. All right. So I don't include where I almost died, but anyways, here's the weight, the height. It's about 90 centimeters. So it's about 90 centimeters there. So anyways, so 90 centimeters drop 3 seconds. So, and the reason out of the machine, you can drop it and it's slower so that you can at least compare it much more finely. So here is the little 2 thingies. I'm gonna make this bigger. I'm gonna make this really big, and all right. Yeah. So these 2 thingies, I ordered these PVC pipes. And basically, it has 2 uses. One use is I can separate those magnets in attraction. You can't do it by hand. You can destroy your hands. But I put the magnets in, and then I push it super hard, and then separate them. That's one use. Okay, if you put a magnet that repels at the bottom, wonder if it would push it back up. Well, not the whole way up. But anyways, what I'm gonna do is, so basically, I got these PVC pipes, but when I ordered, I didn't know that they had a little dent. They had a little groove inside. So then I had to use a Dremel and sand it all off. So I use this Dremel. Anyways, so I use this Dremel to sand it all off. And then the head of it, I accidentally, again, here's where I almost died. Like, not even exaggerating. This is very, very powerful. Okay, so this is Dremel. So I was using this to sand it in the Dremel. But then, I was trying to, I was sanding it, then I'm like trying to turn it off, and then I accidentally turned it to the max speed. There's a speed lever right here. Accidentally turned it. I thought instead of pressing the off button, so because I was holding it with 2 at the same time, and I was trying to turn it off, but I accidentally was instead of pressing the button off, I was turning it max speed, and then so this was going max speed, but I was also taking it out, and also I had it a bit longer because it wouldn't fit the PVC pipe fully. So then this was like spinning. It was almost like, yeah, it was basically spinning around like wait, where is it? It's spinning, instead of spinning like this, it's spinning like at an angle like this. And then and realize I'm like, oh man, what am I supposed to do? Then it hit the thing I was like one of the little tools, or I mean the table that the workshop table I was working with. But anyways, it hit the metal part, and then this bent in. So look at the bent right here, and this is it was actually bent more. I tried to make it straight again by using some pliers. But anyways, so this bent this like hardened steel there. It luckily didn't fly off, but it could have flown off, could have broken my computer, it could have flown off in my face, but I had goggles on, but it could have still damaged me in other areas. But anyways, I learned to be much safer there, so I had my thumb always on the off button at all times. But anyways, it was scary AF. So anyways, so I've sanded these down, magnets go through perfectly smooth. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna figure out how to basically put the magnets in. Well, I'm gonna put one magnet at the bottom and then put the other one on top in repulsion. I'm gonna somehow like I think I'm gonna need to I'm gonna need to like use pliers or just some sort of vice grip. Hold these, and then basically force the magnets in repulsion while having some glue on them, and then just leave them overnight with a heavy weight, and then hopefully it sticks, and then I'm gonna replicate it with here. So again, it is pretty dangerous because the magnets are super strong. But if this works, this is as irrefutable as it gets. If it actually goes down slower, like significantly. If it's a tiny bit slower, you could argue some other issues, some magnetic aluminum there, mumbo jumbo. But the reason with Atwood machine, you can make it significantly slower than regular gravity. But anyways, I'm gonna put these back. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. Again, if this proves anti-gravity and it's one of those where irrefutable, I can send it to any university. I can tell them, here, do this, and they'll be like, all right, let's rewrite physics. So anyways, if this works, and the one possible mainstream explanation could be that the magnets in repulsion are interacting with Earth's magnetic field. So that could be one possible explanation. What is your desired outcome? It goes slower. This is the Boyd-Bushman experiment. So the Boyd-Bushman experiment. So you can go right here, Boyd. So what I'm trying to say is it goes down slower, and then later for future ones, I'll do it with magnets and repulsion magnets in attraction, and so on. So basically, this is magnets in attraction. So my outcome is it goes down significantly, like at least 1 second slower than this one. So my desired outcome is, see this right here? My desired outcome, and then I'll put them side by side, is that it goes down slower than this. If it does, that's pretty much irrefutable proof in my, or like near irrefutable proof of anti-gravity. And again, this is the Boyd-Bushman experiment. I'm not sure if you Boyd-Bushman poles in reverse replication. I think this person tried it. This is someone did this anti-gravity replicating this guy here. Okay, and then you go right here. So he put the magnets in repulsion, but he dropped it from a high height, and you can see they go down. What if, like Dr. Bass said, you put a magnet at the bottom of either, you could get perpetual motion. But I'm not sure what you mean by magnet at the bottom of either. Where are you putting the magnet? At the bottom of either one, or bottom and top. What's the magnet gonna do? You could use G clamp to press the cameras. Okay, this is G clamp. Okay, interesting. But anyways, so this one right here is this guy's replication. But this is not that scientifically sound. But again, like you just have to believe the guy dropped it correctly. But I think he did it right. I think this is actually real. Okay, here's both rocks released simultaneously. Let's see if it works. Where the weight would land. Okay, so yeah, this one here. So one of them is yeah, this one here is the magnets in repulsion, I believe. So it's a bit slower. So again, it's very hard to tell if he dropped it just different rates. But if you just basically have to trust him. With my setup, you don't need to trust me. You can just look at it and you can replicate it. Just do exactly what I did. This one, it's hard to. You can also do this as well. This is another method, but I rather because I rather use Atwood machine, because Atwood machine you could get a huge difference. So it's like it's very hard for anyone to watch the video and say that it was fake. Because like right here, if this goes down in 3 seconds and mine goes down in 4 or 5 seconds, then we got a huge difference. And I got super strong magnets just so that it's, so again, let's count this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if that's 5, and let's say mine goes down 7, that's huge difference. That is like, okay, that's another level. All right, where the weight would land. But again, what are we putting magnets at? Oh, whoops, my face is right here. Sorry, guys. I forgot to, yeah, always correct me because I was showing the magnets. Okay, I'm back. I'm back here. So here's the thing going again. Yeah, so yeah, again, I'll always make sure to put stuff, attach dynamo for energy. No, alright. Again, I'm not 100% sure there's going to be a lot of losses. But anyways, if you develop it, let me know. So anyways, so again, going back here, so count these right here, because my face was covering before. This is the reason add on machine, you can, instead of using like a 100-meter height, you can just drop it like that. And there you go. It will be, this is like 3 to 5 seconds, but then with the magnets repulsion, you're hoping anything. Can't see the video. Okay, so now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now you can see the video. So this is the Atwood machine. That's the thing again. Atwood machine paid by Chris Bergier. Atwood. Okay, so Chris Bergier literally donated $105, and he had the idea because I went over the Boyd Bushman stuff, and then he says, hey, just do that. So Boyd Bushman, I bought this one on Amazon. He paid the whole thing, but I paid for the magnets. So anyways. So again, donate the setup there. Okay, you can't see the video. You should be able to see it. I think there's a bit delayed. All right, guys. Anyways, it's powered through. But I see this G. Okay, what is this thing he sent? G log. Okay, yeah, I have these. But again, that's not. That's still not gonna. I'm not gonna do it. Because this will literally fly off it. But what I'm gonna do is, I could use this at the bottom and top of these. Yeah, like the actual weight putting on there, that's not the issue, but I might use the clamp to clamp these things together, and then force those in, and yeah, so I have a bunch of those, anyways. But I will figure it out. I just gotta be very, very safe because, again, the magnets are absolutely ridiculously strong. Like, you can literally pinch your fingers and destroy them, and so on. Anyways, so that's Boyd Bushman stuff. Okay, so now the next setup is, I got some comments right here. Actually, let's see it. Odds of a Rumble comment being spam is like 50%, literally 50%. Okay, this guy says, so where's all these so-called molten pools of studio? There were no molten pools, and they'd have their way to the bottom where they survive when the truth was, when the truth be told, it's 2025 and still we haven't seen the footage. Yeah, there's no molten pools. It's all just, it's just, I think a part disinfo, part they misconstrued just, the Hudson effect, like different phenomena of steel fuming and so on. But anyways, so that's that part. And also, before we go further, okay, yeah, that other video is on there. Okay, cause okay, yeah, yeah, this is yeah, the Casimir Messenger. Yeah, hi Matthew. I'm very glad your YouTube show got back up. So if you haven't seen my MES live stream, the last one, I got a copyright strike. No, not copyright. Copyright claim by the physics guy. So if you have magnets on either string, now where they would land, have a magnet ready to repel them at the bottom where each magnet would land. Have the string a dynamo through each pass. It goes in and then back up. Yeah, you could generate, but there's gonna be some losses. I'm assuming. So anyways, where did the live streams go? What just happened? Yeah, so this one here, I actually got a copyright claim by the guy that physics, his name is Satin Matthews, or Sabin Matthews, actually his name is Matthew, unbelievable. So this guy right here, but the video is live now, talk about it. But because we're live, it's only temporarily live. Can you all hear us? I'm going to type in the chat. So for those who don't know, this is only temporarily live. It's just that they haven't responded to my claim, so I go to edit. So analytics right here, or monetization, I think. So copyright found is reviewing your dispute, and then they're still holding it off. Dispute under review. So apparently this is the collapse one. This is the Titan guy. See, basically I went and debunked his nonsense continually. And this claim doesn't. Now it says doesn't affect it. Okay, that's interesting. So I guess it's not blocked anywhere. So initially it was blocked, but now it's not blocked. And this was Sabin or physics. Yeah, this guy here. So he had it blocked. World Trade Center, complete physics behind it. Can't be seen or monetized. And now, so I appealed. He hasn't responded, but it's still visible. But now it's visible now. It's not affected. No, but it says your visibility restrictions are lifted until the dispute is resolved. So it's not 100% sure. So he still might be able to take it down, but he won't be. It was all fair use. And what's also interesting is on Facebook. I upload on Facebook. I tried re-uploading to my YouTube and it got blocked. I also lodged an appeal, but it's still waiting for a reply. Yeah, I just noticed that as well here. So I uploaded on my Facebook. And that same Sabin guy, Sabin Matthew, blocked your video because it may contain their own. This is absolute garbage. All right, and see details. Yeah, I'll follow the copyright claim, etc. later. It's again all these segments, and his name is Sabin Matthew. Interesting, but again, the guy's a straight up liar. And going further, this here says, Casimir says, I'm very glad that you got your YouTube show back. I was in California last week, so I could only dip into your show briefly and misinterpret what I was saying. I saw that you had David Hughes on the screen. I think that's his name, and I thought he was actually your guest. And at the time, I was glad to see that because I thought that somehow Judy Wood's message was breaking out more widely since he was getting promoted by the Catherine Austin Fitz network. But no, it's just the usual global head fakes at it, trying to steal your thunder. I think the world of you, Matthew. You're a hero. Okay, epic stuff. Thanks, Casimir. And what's interesting is, so again, Hughes guy. If you haven't seen that stream, I'm pretty convinced Hughes has a fake story, like how he came to 9/11, and he's actually just copying me. Like they're using their storyline as me. So here's from his interview. I'll just play this right here. This is fascinating.
So to start with the first question, why did you take the work of Dr. Judy Wood off the shelves?
Well, I had my wake-up moment.
And that was an interesting laugh as well. Okay, that's an interesting laugh. So again, for statement analysis, what does that mean?
Wake-up moment.
Again, given that he's a disinfo agent, that's like, to my mind, that's irrefutable. He's a double agent. The laugh is pretty telling.
I had my wake-up moment in December 2016 regarding 9/11, and any intellectually honest person, once they realise that they've been lied to on an enormous scale regarding what took place that day, then has an obligation to try and get to the bottom of what really happened. And so in 2017, I began looking quite extensively at the evidence, and it didn't take long before I came across the work of Richard D. Hall, and through him, the work of Andrew Johnson. And they were both staunch defenders of the work of Judy Wood. And so, having been exposed to some of the key ideas, I actually bought the book and read the 500 pages. My copy is now extremely tatty, having been used and referenced.
Okay, and he laughs again, but again, he's trying to emphasize that he read everything about the book. So again, so why is he trying to like convince us that he read the book? I was like, all right, I read it twice, but I just knew from the front and back cover that she's right. So it's like, all right, keep going.
So often, and I realised that Dr. Wood had produced a very substantial body of work here, 500 pages of meticulously referenced material, proper scientific arguments made, high quality publication with all kinds of photographs and imagery in it. And having compared the evidence that she presented to the evidence that I'd seen elsewhere, I concluded it was head and shoulders above the rest, and really is the gold standard when it comes to understanding what happened to the Twin Towers.
All right, anyways, yeah, so the Twin Towers, but again, he that's another key thing. When he tries to say that she's only right about the Twin Towers, and then but not about the building 3, 4, 5, 6, and assume 7. And also he says that the hurricane and magnetometer data is irrelevant. So again, this guy says, oh no. But anyways, notice what he said. He says that in December 2016, he woke up to 9/11. That's when I woke up, and I actually did a video. My first Pizzagate video was when I first woke up to Conspiracy World. Was December. My first video, or at least the research started December 4th, 2016, is when I started deciding to make a video. So anyways, December 2016. And that's when he woke up 2016. And then in 2017, he came across Richard Hall and Andrew Johnson. And I literally came across Richard Hall and Andrew Johnson. So after my Pizzagate video, then I saw his Madeline McCann videos, Richard Hall's, and then I started watching all of his videos because he was the best. So I'll write right here. So I find it very, very interesting that David Hughes says he first woke up to 9/11 in December 2016, and then 2017 he came across Richard D. Hall's and Andrew Johnson, which led to Dr. Judy Wood's work. This is literally the exact same storyline that I had gone through on December 4th, 2016. I published my first Pizzagate video, which led me to watch Richard Hall's Madeline McCann videos. Richard Hall was among the best alt researchers, so I started watching all of his videos from the beginning. In one video, I believe, about UFOs, I think, yeah, when I was watching from the beginning, Richard had Andrew Johnson on the show, and they casually name-dropped Dr. Judy Wood and Where Did the Towers Go? And then I saw the front and back cover, I'm like, all right, this is wild. And then this is, yeah, so shortly after, I published my first 9/11 video on May 24, 2017, and the rest is history. And then I asked, could David Hughes be merely mirroring my story? Merely mirroring, that's a epic wordplay. My story on purpose? And I think so. So there's, again, I got screenshots, even though my YouTube videos, Pizzagate videos are all removed by YouTube. This was on BitChute. But again, there's the this timestamp in the video, December 4th. And then again, this is, look at the video, my first 9/11 video, part 1. May 24, 2017, and I literally write in the description, I came across her work while watching videos by the online investigator Richard D. Hall, and after looking into Dr. Judy Wood's research, I spent about a week trying to debunk her claims, yet I could not. Hashtag mind blown. All right. Anyways, and again, this guy is literally me. He's following my setup there, but again, steered to the wrong direction. And he's also talking about like explosive cold explosion devices were placed in the towers, but not the buildings 3, 4, 5, and 6, etc. So, anyways, he's posting debunkable stuff. Watch the stream I did on Saturday for that. And there's this other guy has another comment. Richard Hall never emailed me back. Interesting, yeah. Richard Hall, he's very, very busy. I email him a lot. He's responded a few times. He's actually read my blockchain cryptocurrency email like years ago on his live show. Because when he was doing one on the CBDCs. Okay, this guy says, these are incredibly important images to a trained eye, as this wreckage was all speared away for scrap without any CSI or reconstruction, as you would expect with any other plane crash, if indeed that's what it actually was. Oh, and this guy here, this guy says, thank you. You likely have or haven't yet. This channel on Rumble has excellent evidence-based research going back decades. This is Richard Gage. It's like, please don't ever show that. Thank you for warning. I asked AI about yesterday and got loads of information and began feeding the AI some of the logical. Will we ever be told the truth? Anyways, okay, this guy's on another level. Oh yeah, so there's no molten steel. Richard Gage is disinfo usual. All right, and also before I get, I'm gonna go over to the 9/11 plane crash, or just the plane crash physics of the airplanes, and then later the last hour we'll go over Drew Truscott's consciousness stuff, and also any other questions, because you guys are talking about magnetic dynamos with the string. Yeah, again, that's a bit beyond my my payload. So you're gonna drop it, then the magnet repulses. But first of all, the magnets, they don't just push back evenly. If you have a magnet in repulsion there, it's probably gonna go on the side. It's gonna go like fly everywhere, or it's gonna rotate around it. It's not gonna actually go back up. It's Yes, anyways, Richard Hall is on it. Dude, please try. But again, I'm still not 100% sure what you mean. Can you try? So this is magnets on either. So if you have magnets on either string now where they would land, a magnet ready to repel them at the bottom where each magnet would land, have the string wind a dynamo through each pass. So wind a dynamo. I'm trying to. Can you like draw it for me? I think if you could draw it for me. Tubes to stabilize them. Yeah, so you have tubes to stabilize them. You put them in tubes. Interesting. Yeah. Can you draw them for me? And email or post on Telegram. Yes, if you could post on Telegram, we can see it and just let me know you did it. Just give a drawing on that right here. Again, remember this math Q&A is just about answering questions and so on. And scientific stuff. All right, so now, yeah, I'll read this over here. This is from Attila. So Attila update. It says, hey, actually, this is the exact same script you were saying all along. He says Attila's in Iran. So he's in Tehran. He says it's like a ghost land, or at least before when Trump warned everyone to evacuate. So he says, actually, this exact script you were saying along. He'll make a fake peace deal, ceasefire in Middle East. Then he'll break it. Then World War III. Why am I saying that? Because I've heard that he got a candidate for Nobel Prize, so he needed this peace deal, ceasefire. Okay, Drew says, I'll work on a design immediately after stream. Okay, epic stuff. Okay, then he says, the internet here got even more limited. It's probably going to be intranet, meaning only local access. Also means no VPN ever works. But my friend is working on a Starlink device to see if he can make a server out of it, so we could use it. I'm just pissed that we can't open Telegram with anything, no proxy, no VPN, work on Telegram. So interesting. Telegram, nothing works. You can't access it from Iran. You can access Gmail like periodically, and he says, "Say hi to boys and girls for me." So, anyways, Attila, he's the 29,000 tons of thermite guy in the stream chat. So again, double check that. I mean, say hi to him. Yeah, he says hi and so on, and yeah, hopefully he's back on and gets on Starlink and so on. So again, he's literally in Tehran, and you can see some updates on it, and I think it says Attila. Yeah, Attila says hi from Iran. I think he had another update. And turn goes out. He's in the middle of Tehran and so on. He says they said the banks got hacked by Israelis, but I doubt it. My sister's pension was in one of those. Don't know if they can pay the retirees or not. And also the crypto exchange Nobidex in Iran got allegedly hacked and lost millions of dollars. So again, it's like wild there. And there's a bunch of reports, and he says there's a bunch of reports about earthquakes and so on. So he doesn't know when the world's going on there. All right, guys. Anyways, so now the default topic again, unless you have questions and so on, and also for next week. I mean, not this week. Next week, July, on July 5th, John Hutchison's gonna be back on the show, and Jean Manning. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. So Jean and John are gonna be showing up on the streams. It's gonna be quite wild. What were those comments? If I go to Rumble live comments, I don't see any comments. So you go to Rumble. No, this wasn't the live stream. This was the those comments I saw were on Rumble. This is Rumble, not the Rumble live. This is the Rumble. The comments Rumble. Or just go Rumble. This is from my my video on the exterior lobby columns. So you go right here. This is the comments right. You can go see this guy's and so on. Yeah, but this guy, he says, thank you, though you likely have, yet haven't, this channel about this guy, Richard Gage. Why are you promoting him? I literally said, please don't promote that clown. I just want to read the whole thing. That is a fact. MES, thank you for warning. Asked AI about yesterday, he got lots of misinformation. Began feeding the AI some of the logical, structural engineering evidence, and after a long pause, it responded, apologizing for telling me info that simply cannot be true. The conversation with AI ended with my question, will we ever be told the truth of what happened that day? To respond one word, yes. And they seemed pretty determined about that. Well, we already know what happened. It's like, here's the comments here. Yeah, so anyways, these are incredibly important images to be trained as. These records were sprinted away with for scrap or without any CSI reconstruction, as you would expect any other plane crash. Yeah, but the thing is, these images, some people were saying there's 108,000 trucks taking the rubble away before like people can examine it. But what I'm saying is the exterior lobby columns are still there. So exterior lobby columns were still there. So that means you had 108,000 trucks take it in midair, in midair, because these aren't crushed. So these aren't crushed. So in other words, where, how did you have these invisible trucks? And also the lobby column. People don't realize the lobby is just like an empty void. I have these later there. Okay, this is my random thing I just put in there. This was actually from David Hughes' setup here. So if you look in the lobby's mainly empty. So you have this is like eight floors or something, or like this is actually a few floors. Actually 2 or 3, 3 floors probably, just empty. So in other words, this is empty. So these have to go down. Okay, these will go down and load this up. These will go down and load it up. All right, and yeah, I'm gonna actually I say this for later. I'll share that. That's from David Hughes' article. So that at least some good stuff out of David Hughes. And again, I can't stress that enough. Where's the go back here, the exterior lobby columns. Whoops. I think we already there, but anyways. Where was I earlier? Yeah, going back here. Yeah, so again, this is the lobby. So then the lobby was all air. Okay, so then where is everything? The lobby is all air. So then this goes down. Okay, things go down and load this up like above the lobby. So in other words, where my mouse is, or even tall, because this is a steel, and steel, and not every single column. Let's say it's not gonna be like yeah. There's no explosives, etc. So if it's a gravity collapse, well, first of all, it won't collapse, so it's steel. But you're going to have a lot of pieces of the steel literally still almost fully intact. Similar to this right here. Peaked 9/11. Similar to this one here. If you go to the spire, this is the... If you go to the spire... Because we're dealing with steel, okay? This is a steel skyscraper, all right? So unless you're like splitting every single column, and even then you're gonna have some parts sticking out. So this is a bridge, right here, a steel bridge demolition. And look how much is intact after it hits the ground. Let's see this. I'm gonna just mute it. Actually, we can. All right, so it's like it split everything off, but they're still intact. Like I don't know what more do you need, and so on. And notice the height of that. That's pretty much what that's roughly how the lobby is. This is roughly, let's say, yeah, this is the lobby would be like here, all empty space, like most of it the empty space. So it's like, yeah. So again, compare that with the lobby. And I go back into this one. Go to the random. This right here. Compare that with here. Yeah, this is like here. Imagine a bridge would be on top. This is just empty. And it's like nothing goes down. All right. So and then you go back here. But anyways, yeah, so what I'm trying to say is you'll have like literally most of the building just fall down and almost all of it will be intact. Oh yeah, almost all of it will be intact. Even these ones were like, let's say this part is separated and so on. It's still going to have a bunch of pieces connected. It's going to be like a jigsaw. Anyways, so what I'm trying to say is if there's a gravity collapse or explosive demolition, there will be no debate. You wouldn't need to go ask Rock AI, hey, did the demolition or did the gravity collapse actually be a gravity collapse? It's a gravity collapse, okay? But because it's literally not there anymore, we're dealing with advanced mumbo jumbo. So again, it's literally not there. So that's and also going before further. I'd say this for later. This is from the Sandy Hook, NOAA, and apparently this is I gotta confirm this is real. This is from like a Pakistan like shooting or something. 2014. This is the same exact guy. Is this real? I gotta double check this, but this is from a Sandy Hook documentary. So again, watch that, the Sandy Hook one. For those who haven't, yeah. So I was just mind blown. I'm like, is that the same person? It's from Sandy Hook, Line and Sinker, and a Ferris narrative. Anyways, so I just want to confirm that. So that'll be. Anyways, let's go back into the. I'm gonna lower my desk now, and then I'm gonna go straight into the nitty gritty. And that I'm gonna actually reply here. So the reason I'm going over this one is we mentioned during the live stream on Saturday. Mark Cullen basically was saying that the car tires couldn't survive as they are now. So again, this is first of all, note these are not inflated; these are just cut like that. But he's saying, can Boeing 767 aircraft tires? And again, an interesting thing, UK you spell Tyres. I spelled TIR. That's all I've ever been used to. So anyways, aircraft tires survive a temperature of 1,000 degrees Celsius, 1,800 degree Fahrenheit, explosion without melting and degrading. But that's another thing. It's like, if you were to measure the temperature in every single part of the plane, like the alleged plane, it's not all going to be the exact same temperature. And again, where's these numbers coming from? It's also assuming it's the actual Boeing. It's going to be enclosed in stuff. But this, the more physically impossible is how this even gets through the maze of core columns and exterior columns and so on. It's like firing a rubber bullet, a giant rubber bullet. It's not going to go through steel and so on. But can something survive at least intactly? Probably not like this. But it's just need to have something to compare it with, and I will go over that. I'm gonna lower my desk and I'll read the whole thing, and then just to see if what we can get, and also compare the mainstream, and see what we can. All right, I'm gonna lower my desk. All right, I'm lowering it. So yes, pro tip: standing and helps a lot. I'm gonna go a bit lower. But actually, I think I want to go to washroom first. Okay, so I'm gonna play a video and then go to the washroom. All right, which video should I play while I go to the washroom? I'm gonna go to the fuming. Actually, no. Before we even get that, I'm just gonna play this on loop. This is from a rare Hutchison effect that I found from John's channel. He wrote on the title 2006, but the video itself says 2008. I'm gonna play this right here. This is a spoon bending Hutchison effect, rare Hutchison effect, and the footage is, I don't know what quality he's filming in. I think he's like recording a recording. It's yeah. So it looks like it's a video he uploaded before John Kenneth Hutchison. And he recorded a recording. Again, when you speak to John, it's like some people say when the mainstream guy's saying it's all hoax and so on. I'm like, you speak to John, he doesn't have the capability of hoaxing it. All right, let's play this. I'm gonna go to watch him. I'll be back. I'm just gonna play this on loop and see what happens. How do I loop it?
Kill it now.
Actually, yeah, actually, it wasn't looping. I'm not. Does it loop by itself? Let's see if it loops. I just want to get the loop, and it stops. I think. Yeah, how do I get it looping? Unbelievable. Okay. So anyways, yeah. So anyways, yeah, you can see it all bending. Just want to get a good one while I go to the washroom. Okay, this is another CGI one. Okay, I want to get a looping one, but I just don't know why it doesn't loop anything looping. Okay, I'm gonna go right here. I think I found it. Jet compare. Oh, bunker. Whoops. Okay, yeah, and this will be fitting actually. So we go to bunker. Yeah, I'm gonna play this and loop it. Let's see if it loops. Why can't just anything work bigger? I have to press O. Okay. Yeah. So again, will the tire survive this? But also notice the bunker buster. And let's see. Hopefully it loops. Hopefully. Okay, it loops. I'm gonna go watch him. I'll be back. Just keep this in your mind always. Alright, we're back. Okay, so you can see this. So here's a real plane at the bottom, and then notice that it gets sliced by wooden poles, and then here's a bunker buster going through like it's nothing, and then notice a delayed explosion, and this is a jet just getting like literally crushed by this concrete block, and this is allowed to move a bit, and this is actually this I think moves a foot or so, but it was only able to dent the concrete like 2 inches, and then everything goes to small pieces. But and then notice this one, this aircraft goes in, delayed explosion. And what's interesting is, again, MES duality. Basically, everything lines up always. So if I go right here, so if you search up how a bunker buster missile works, and notice all these diagrams, these are all being used now. Before it's like this was 8 months ago. It's like, yeah, so last year they're literally priming people for, well, the Trump bombing of Iran with a bunker buster using this like $2 billion B-2 bomber. So how does a bunker buster bomb work? And notice that this is the most viewed one, 11 million. There's a few shorts. I think a short that has 17 million, but it wasn't. I don't count that as a video. But it was 9/11 is the exact length of it. So it's like 9/11. 9/11. So very interesting that the highest viewed bunker buster video on YouTube is exactly 9/11 minutes. So you can go how a bunker buster missile works. And go right here. How does a bunker buster missile work? Okay. And guys, yeah, so here's a bunch of 9/11 revisionist links. Yeah, he's taking over the game. And then, so you go to see the highest viewed video, 1.5 million. This is 4 days ago, 1.2. This is all because of the Trump bombing. No, now it's 11 million views now. It used to be 11, I mean, no, now it's 12. So 8 months ago, 12 million views. This is one exactly 9/11. Like what are they doing? This is not by accident. And see some other ones. This is 2 years ago, 1.7 million. And this was here, 17 million, but this is like 26 seconds, so a short video. So that's interesting. It's like predictive programming. Again, this one, yeah, this is 14 million views, but this is not about Bunker Buster specifically. And this is 6 days ago. It's 22 million views. Okay, this was military mine. How deep can they penetrate and so on? So anyways, this is 1 minute video. Explosion after deep penetration. All right, let's go. Yeah, so we have that. So again, we literally cracked 9/11. It's literally cracked 9/11. Okay, like in my estimation, like this is evidence in my mind. Okay, this is evidence. It's 9/11 length. Okay, that's evidence, conscious or subconscious. This is evidence of what was used on 9/11 bunker buster type 3D image projection. But I 100% believe it was an actual physical thingy. It could be again. It could be advanced. Yeah, it could be an advanced explosion type, but nonetheless, the principles are the same. It goes through and explodes. Anyways, so going back into the specific question right here, I'm gonna read this whole thing, and then we'll see if we can analyze it. But I'm also gonna message Mark Collin right now. I'm gonna go right now. I'm gonna send this link here. I'll be like, I'm going, or I'll just say we are going over this question live right now. All right, at the yes. All right. Hopefully he checks on it. And let's go in here. Okay, let's go back here. I'm gonna read this and then we'll go over yeah. Then Drew will go over your consciousness ether theory of everything. Okay, I'm gonna go right here. So a question: can Boeing 767 aircraft tires survive a temperature of 1,000 degrees or 1,800 degree Fahrenheit explosion without melting or degrading? I'm just putting this question. Yeah, but I think that part is right. But the question is, how long is it in that temperature for, and how can you conclude this is actually was in that temperature for that long? And basically, what I want to do is I want to just compare with all plane crashes or space shuttle crashes. So I'm just putting this question asking out there, which doesn't seem to get asked or has been overlooked. I would be interested in people's thoughts about this. Thanks. One of the major questions which needs to be clarified is whether or not Boeing 767 aircraft tires can survive a 1,000 degree Celsius or 1,800 degree Fahrenheit temperature explosion. Based on specific aircraft tire specifications and materials, it is highly unlikely that any standard aircraft tire, including those used on Boeing 767, could survive such extreme temperatures. Yes, aircraft tires are designed to withstand high temperatures and high pressures and temperatures encountered during takeoff and hand landing, but they're not engineered to endure temperatures as high as 1,000 degrees. The materials used in aircraft tires, such as rubber and steel, would likely degrade. Materials used in it, such as rubber and steel. Steel's not going to degrade that much at this temperature. Would likely degrade or melt at such temperatures, even in a short burst temperature reaching 1,000 degrees Celsius, 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit, which would lead to catastrophic failure. Therefore, it is safe to conclude that Boeing 767 tires are not capable of surviving 1,000 degrees Celsius or 1,800 degree Fahrenheit temperature explosion. And again, it depends on how long you're in there for, because you can put your hand in fire and get it out. like really quick. So again, there's a lot of other stuff here. The World Trade Center WTC explosions. According to sources, it is estimated that WTC explosions at the time of the alleged aircraft impacts reach a temperature, a maximum of 1,000 degrees Celsius, 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit, which is far beyond the melting point of rubber and other tire components. Yeah, but the thing is, it's shielded. It's not going to be like every single part of it is going to reach that. While it is true that aircraft tires, including those from a Boeing 767, are designed to withstand heat and temperature during landing, they don't typically survive temperatures of 800 degrees Celsius, never mind 1,000 during a confined explosion. They typically don't. So I'm gonna say. Okay. First, we're gonna say how strong are tires. How strong are plane tires? And then we'll go over some mainstream stuff here, and then we'll ask Grok and so on. I think this is one I think I've seen.
If you dropped a watermelon at 170 miles per hour, it would be a mess. Strap over 500,000 pounds to its back, and it would be, well, nothing.
So again, yeah, that's another thing. It's 500. How much? 500,000.
Its back, 200,000 or 500,000 pounds to its.
Oh, right. So you have 500,000 pounds on top of it, and then how much tons is that? But yeah, it's 500,000
back,
pounds.
And it would be, well, nothing. But airplane tires manage that impact every day without incident. They're made to withstand hitting the pavement at extreme speeds, all while supporting an entire commercial jet. Don't think too hard about it next time you're in the air, but 45 inches of rubber is the only thing standing between you and the tarmac during landing. So what makes them tough enough for the job?
Hopefully I don't get a copyright claim because this music in this video. But anyways, this is just for commentary.
If you've ever driven down a US highway, you've probably seen shredded tires along the way. Semi-truck tires aren't supposed to explode, but they do. Airplane tires? Not so much. There are a few differences between the two. First of all, a semi-truck isn't falling out of the sky as part of its route. Those tires don't need to be made to withstand the same high speeds and weights. Airplane tires, on the other hand, need to be reinforced.
They're made with a combination of proprietary synthetic rubber compounds, which are paired with aluminum, steel reinforcements, and nylon and aramid fabrics.
That's Brandy. She's in charge of Goodyear's aircraft tires, and she told us that airplane tires are inflated twice as much as truck tires and 6 times as much as a car's. That's because the higher the pressure, the firmer the tire, and the more strength it has to support the plane. And when they're inflated, it's not with regular air. Airplane tires are filled with nitrogen.
Nitrogen is an inert gas, so high temperatures and pressure changes have less effect.
Plane tires are subjected to the most rigorous conditions of any vehicle tire. When Goodyear develops a new airplane tire, it starts with a prototype. Then the tires are tested beyond their breaking points. They're tested for speed, pressure, and the ability to handle a load up to 38 tons. So they have to be made very differently than other tires. Instead of the blocky design seen on a lot of car tires, plane tires get groovy.
That blocked pattern enables different maneuvering and different characteristics of ride and handling, which are required by an automobile as opposed to just an aircraft that takes off and lands on a runway. The reason we have grooves in an aircraft tire at all is because we need to evacuate water if we were to land on a wet surface.
Commercial jets usually have around 20 tires and touch down about 500 times before they have to be retread, which can be done 7 times before the tires know better than scrap rubber.
Wait, did it say 20? What do you mean by 20 times? Go back here.
On a wet surface.
Commercial jets usually have around 20 tires and touch down about 500 times before they have to be retread, which can be done 7 times
So they have 20 tires? What?
Before the tires know better than scrap rubber. And tires at the nose of the plane tend to have shorter lifespans than the rest. It takes
okay, so there's 20 tires. So that's another thing. So even if most of them, so if you have 20, 19, or let's say the 19, 18 of them get destroyed, yeah, you could have 1 remaining.
It takes 2 mechanics up to an hour to change a single tire. They raise the tire only 5 centimeters off the ground, which doesn't feel like enough room to fit a thumb, let alone change a plain tire. The mechanics take off the hubcap
and reduce the tire pressure from 200 to 30 psi.
which reduces the risk of it exploding as the bolts and nuts holding it on the plane are removed. A sleeve protects the axle, and a lifting tool pulls the tire off. The axle sleeve is then greased, and the new tire is slid smoothly on. And then things move in reverse. Nuts and bolts, tire reinflated to 200 psi, hubcap back on, and the whole thing is gently lowered 5 centimeters back onto the ground. So what happens after 500 landings, 7 retreadings, and uncountable, this is your captain speaking. A lot of the tires get recycled into playground mulch and even other tires for farming equipment. Those tires will be made from old plane tires, but not like them. There's no need, because if a farmer is using their tractor the same way they'd use a plane, well, they're doing it wrong.
Well, yeah. So there's another one I've seen years ago. It was apparently like the space shuttle explosion was the tire still survived. Okay, so that was that, but I can land a huge plane. Why are they so strong? Let's see what this says right here. Because because the thing is, what's the temperature at the bottom when it lands with 500,000 pounds on its back? So what's the actual temperature on that? I just want to compare these. But yeah. So Drew says good point. Just like the black boxes were never found. Yeah. So there's 20 tires, only like 1 or 2 found. That's a big. What in the world's going on here? There's something about tires here. Okay, what is the temperature here?
And even taxiing, and then prototypes are created. And still, airplane tires aren't entirely safe from bursting.
Okay, Terima Firma's back. Okay, let's go. I just want to go, before we get to the, just Google searching, I just want to see the strength. How are these made? Okay, so what is the... They don't explode at 200,000, at 200 miles an hour. So again, they can make impact at the ground 200 miles an hour with all the weight on it and not damage. I think one of them, I'm gonna go space shuttle. Okay, plane tire survived plane crash. 160 to 200 degrees C. I don't know. Is that the actual temperature? Wait, well, okay, we're gonna do. We're gonna ask Grok right now, and then we'll go again. We'll go to the nitty gritty. How can? Yeah, I'll say. Can tires survive a plane crash or space shuttle explosion? How many PSI? Well, the guy was saying 200 PSI. Okay, so 200 miles an hour and heavy loads, 500,000 pounds for a Boeing. They're made of reinforced steel bolts and nitrogen filled to resist heat and temperature. Fire from fuel ignition rubber burns at, as aircraft rubber burns at 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so it burns at 1,000. Tire failure caused debris to puncture the fuel tank, leading to fire due to ensuing explosion. Okay, so it was rare. Okay, so little impact. Ground impact and fire likely destroyed them. Recovery. Okay, where is the low severity plane crash? Okay, so again, it looks like it can. Let's say plane tire. How did the tires survive 9/11 plane crash? Okay, let's see what this mainstream says. So this is okay. I'll just ask Grok directly. Okay, I'll go back to Grok. All right. History. Apples to apples. Apples is not apple. You have to compare wear and tear versus heat, cold, fire versus magnetic forces. Yeah. I'm just I just want to get something that we can even like get it. Survival. What's the mainstream? It says here. Limited specific documentation, but available evidence provides of whether and how tires could have survived addressing these extreme conditions. Aircraft like those are built high speed up to 600. Yeah. So friction is up to 600 degrees just from during landing. It's not. It's yeah. That's what I'm talking about. It's not gonna be 100, 200 degrees. It's 500,000 tons. So 600 degree Fahrenheit. Crash the 911 at high speeds 4 to 40. Massive jet fuel fires reaching temperatures of 18. Yeah, so 2,000 Fahrenheit. Far exceed temperature designs. Rubber melts at 400 Fahrenheit and steel at that. But this one is friction is just 600. The planes disintegrated upon impact with debris, including landing gear, which houses tires scattered across the impact zone. And via the high-speed collisions, generated forces that likely shattered or severely damaged, sharing rubber and steel. They go from 0 to 150 to 180 miles per second. They can reach those temperatures or up to 200 C. Okay, C. And what is that in Fahrenheit? Because everything is using it's like Fahrenheit. Okay, this is all Fahrenheit right here. It is above the melting point of rubber, even if tires initially survived prolonged exposure to burning. The landing piece was okay. Ejection from impact zone. That's another thing. It's being ejected. It could be propelled away from the main fireball, landing in areas that less. Yeah, so it's going with the speed. So not all debris was exposed to maximum. Yeah, that's another part. Is not all debris is exposed to maximum temperatures, areas outside impact, and so on. So again, you also have paper doesn't burn. Landing gear fragments. Okay, so I'm gonna make a table. Some fragments, but whole tires there. Okay, so but well, obviously the tire's not gonna survive on its own. And then there's like it shows a post from X. Can Boeing survive temperatures? Okay, so this is why I like X. It searches up live tweets. So again, this is an image that did not happen. All right, I'm gonna ask right here. Make a table of how many tires each 911 plane had and how many were recovered for each of the 4 planes. All right. So, and then I just want to send this to Mark. Total tires 10. Interesting. I thought it was supposed to be more. 1 to 2 fragments. So only United 175. Okay, was there any on the American Airlines? Tires found. No way. Is there any? Or landing gear? Okay, so see this one here. Where's the landing gear? Okay, so the tires are gone here. Okay, the tires are gone. This is a WT7. All the tires are gone. Okay, so yeah, so that is actually gone in that one. Okay, so most of them were gone. I'll send this to I'll post this right here, and I'll put a link to the Grok one. So basically, 2 landing gear, 2 tires out of 1 million. So 1 to 2 fragments of 1 to 2. Okay, so we have according to Grok, it says 10 tires, 10, 10, 6, 6. So basically 1 to 2 fragment. Yeah, basically 1 to 2 tires recovered. UA 175. Okay, I'm gonna say ask Grok. Are tire specific types of planes, Mr. Beauty, had to be special order? I'm waiting on one to arrive. Interesting. Possibly. Okay. Anyways, here is. I'll put this on my reply. Here's Grok's reply. Look at the table. Look at the table. You can't because you can't show an image on Substack. Okay, I'll just post the. Oh my goodness, man. Okay, and then is it accurate? No, is it true that there were a total of 26, 32, but only let's say 1 to 4, but only only 2 were found. Let's say 1 to, yeah, 1. Let's go flight 11 and 175. Yeah. Yeah, definitely think the nearly intact tire survived the impact. Yeah, impact explosion. But mainly because, yeah. But the temperature, yeah, I'll say mainly because it would have to shred through steel, many sections of steel. But the temperature itself may not be the driving point, since it was covered in the alleged plain metal and was only exposed to heat very, very briefly. Alright, anyways, that's my reply. The other thing I wanted to go over is rubber bullet, but here's the other part. It's a rubber bullet. Rubber bullet hitting steel. So again, if you're gonna have that rubber, yeah, so here's rubber bullet hitting steel. Why is it no? Why are they shooting her rubber bullets? Everything is just her. Like, I hate YouTube. It's so bad. My goodness. It's like, to search YouTube, you need to use a Google search. Yeah, to search YouTube, you need to search Google search and then click on the YouTube video. It's like they change everything so that they just game the whole thing. So here's bullets for steel. I think there's a rubber bullet. Where's the rubber one? I'm gonna go rubber bullet. Rubber bullet versus steel.
Hello, I'm Gav.
I'm Dan.
We're the slow-mo guys on a firing range on an exceptionally bright day, which is what we need for slow-mo.
Okay, what else? Here's a steel one.
It's like, I wonder if it's the gaps between the metal. Or...
Yeah, I think it's the pieces that have...
But anyways, here's a bullet going like 1,000+ miles an hour. That's steel, and it just will not crack. This is metal. This is not a weak aluminum.
You know the shape of the hollow point, the shape of the front.
Mm-hmm. Bunk. Wow.
Sparks in that pattern.
Interesting. I wonder if it's the gap.
Okay, Drew says I can make a video of that for you. I have many bullets, some of them which are rubber. Oh yeah, definitely. If you can send, yeah, try to replicate as much as you can of the 911. If you have aluminum bullets as well, yeah, that would be great. Aluminum bullets too. And then try to get the thinnest steel that can still withstand. Yeah, the thinnest steel just before they can penetrate. So basically, the way I work is, oh no aluminum bullets. Okay, no worries. Yeah, well, but anyways, what you could do is try to like do it as an experiment. So if you have a bullet this thick, if you have a bullet this thick, get a steel like barely like just a few millimeters, just to show that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's an order of magnitude thicker projectile. It's still not gonna and double the speed of the 911 planes. It's still not gonna penetrate steel, because people don't underestimate how powerful it is.
Between the metal? Or...
Yeah, I think it's the pieces that have hit first. So where it like goes in, they're not.
Aluminium sign, and it's just sort of mildly dented it. Just gone like bang, and just like tinged. Whoa! Look at the amount.
And this is aluminum plate too, so they was able to go aluminum plate.
Wait, so it destroyed it pretty much.
All right. Anyways, I want to go rubber bullet, steel core inside a rubber bullet. Testing. Okay, there's got to be some videos of rubber bullets. There's got to be something. Less lethal shotgun bullets. Some rubber bullets have metal inside, classified less lethal. A pistol caliber would stop. Rifle would go straight through unless it's hardened steel. I do have armor as well. Yeah, yeah, that'd be good to know. But also the speeds as well. Make sure. Okay, I just want to go video rubber bullet hitting steel. What kind of damage does a rubber bullet really do? Okay, so here's rubber bullet, and we'll see how strong rubber bullet is. And
blue Kool-Aid, less than lethal. See what it does.
Oh, but it's a less than lethal. Has metal inside. That's just not it.
Less than lethal. I would not want to get hit by that. Mr. Peanut should have listened. Out here fucking around on meth.
Okay, so here's a less than lethal. So here's basically. Anyways. Okay. Anyways, I am enough of that. Okay, I'm gonna go over some of your. We have another. I think we pretty much solved it. This did not occur. It's like the thing is we're arguing like, yeah, again, apples and oranges. This did not go through. Let's go through here. Nylon of steel. I think we had a bunch of did not go through the steel. I think we had a let's say plane. There was a good setup here. Okay, so this thingy did not happen. I want to go compare. Yeah, okay, it did not go through these columns. These columns did not go through those. The exterior columns. Here's kamikaze plane on a just a thin like boat steel ship, and that's what happens. And so on. I want to go. I probably get hold of rubber 12 GA shells at my LGA epic stuff. Yes, you're a ether physicist and a bullet connoisseur. Epic stuff. I want to go to the. I just want to go to the concrete. 911. Okay. I'm gonna go 911 columns. Okay, see, I think we had. I just want to go just see how strong it was. Okay, I'm gonna go core columns. Let's go. I just want to show you how ridiculously. Where did it go through them? Okay, plane. Yeah, okay, this is what I think. It's 911 plane, and then landing. Okay, there's got to be something here. I think, let's go 911. Let's go Paul Loveless, I think. I just want to send him an email. No, email. Impossible. I gotta find that. I wrote an epic, email on this. But anyways, here's the regular. Here's just a normal plane. Notice how it.
A California wildfire becomes a killer. A passerby shot amateur video showing the wings fall off a
the wings just fall off just because too much stress. It's like, all right. And I gotta find that. Where is just, why don't they show anything? Okay, my bad, guys. I apologize. Oh, there's impossible plane physics. Yeah, this I just wanted to show this. All right, I just wanted to show this. All right, there's not a chance in the world it's going through these columns and steel. It's not going through that. And why do I not have these? I could have sworn I had these. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so it will not go through that. And the other part is. You know, also this thing is like perfectly crushed, and those are exterior columns. Holy, this is this is building 5 maybe or something. But that's exterior lobby column. So where's the building? I should have included this. I should have included this in the put a comment right here. And what I'm gonna do now quickly. Anyways, I'm just all over the place. I will put this right here. And I want to get the 9/11 Twin Towers construction. I mean, so, yeah, I have so many guns, okay, epic stuff. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So again, it's not going through this maze of why is this everything is just show me the image. Google's just changed their whole setup. We can't even open an image. So I'm gonna have to just use pre-search. It's like and now I can't even. Okay, there it is. And this is all ground level. This is, I think it's building 7. No, that's not building. No, this is not building 7. It's a different building. It could be. It might be. No, this is again. There's the. No, I think this is building 4. Yeah, this is building 4. Yeah, so these ones extending out. That's building 4. This is South Tower, and so on. And yeah, this is again all ground level. Absolute mind-boggling. Twin Towers construction. Oh yeah, so again, it did not go through this, and then again, it's 208 feet. This is 60 meters. All the steel and so on. It did not go through that. I'm gonna put these images in here. I want these images. I want those 2 images. Okay, and then this. I want these for later. This one right here. Cause I do want to make. So here. Here's pro tip how to do searching stuff. I'm gonna go right here. Okay, so we have that, and you go 10i. All right, let's reverse image search some of these. All right, so we have this image. Unbelievable! It's just like what? It just happened. Just show me the thingy. All right, we have this image. Okay, there it is. I'll say this for later. Just for I do want to make a post about this. All right, so we have this and we have that, and also again 60 meters. I want to go bolt 9/11. Okay. Hussein Bolt. Okay. 9/11. 100-meter record. I cannot believe this is 60 meters. Sprint. 9/11 width. I cannot believe this is not showing this. Towers width. What am I even searching? Well, anyways, apologies. I'm just and I need 9/11 Hussein. Where's the Hussein record? Bolt. Why can't I find this? 100-meter running. Run. Okay. Seconds. Okay, this is okay, also there's another part is this is the apologies, I'm in the middle. I just want to get this. Okay, this is the building. This is the first plane, and this is the second alleged plane. They have different explosion patterns. The first one explodes like right on right there, and then this one explodes a bit after. I want to go back right here. So right here, it goes in. This explodes now. And this one's already inside. and then it explodes, and then it just gets bigger. So that's something I found interesting. But the first one was going slower. The first one was going 495. The other one was going 100 miles an hour faster. Why can't I find Usain Bolt running? Track running. Towers running. Yeah, okay, there it is. I literally searched Hussein. It's not there. Okay, the 911 is not there. Each twin tower. Oh, whoops. Go back here. Okay, there it is. Oh, 911. Yeah, so this one, I never typed 911. This is why. On 911. Okay, so now if I search 911. Oh, I could have just searched Hussein. It still doesn't search Hussein Bolt. What is happening? Hussein Bolt. Okay, so just Hussein Bolt. We'll find it. Okay, so Hussein Bolt's a Freemason. That's interesting. The world's fastest man in the world is Freemason. And okay, so here. So again, it's 63 meters across. So the tire is not going through this. Okay, so I think we've concluded it is not going through this. Ready and go.
Away first time. Good start from Bolt. Bolt leading the moment and going away. Gage.
Okay, so that's yeah, it is not going through 6.3 at a world record pace in like how many seconds was that? 6.3 seconds of Usain Bolt running, and that's how much office material, steel, aluminum cladding, everything around there. Anyways, so we've concluded there, and I'm gonna start standing and go over. Let's go to Substack. Okay. Okay, we'll go over Drew your stuff here because again I am extremely busy with my own stuff, so I will go through it now. Let's see what we have, and then basically if we can walk it through one at a time. Okay, so you are again another level. You're I'm gonna go over your stuff and see what we can get across, and good thing to have you on right here. Go right here. All right. I'll just make this bigger. Yeah, sorry ahead of time for the long messages. No worries. It's good. Just put it all in there, and we'll see what we can come across. And then I think you made it. I think you gave me access to the OneDrive. To the Google Drive Excel file. All right. So anyways. So I just rewatched through your stream. So with the Google Drive, I think I need to add you by email to allow you to edit. Yeah, you can do that. My email. I just put the email. You can just give this email. I'll just send it out there. admin@mes.fm. It's my business one. So I send you an email there. Okay, so I think I need to add you by email. Edit, and I'll go over. I think we have. Let me go to the Drew. Trustcott. Oh no, I think it's called Aether Theory or Theory of Everything. Or Unified. What did I call it? Unified. Okay, Unified Field Theory. Okay, so Unified Field Theory. I'll show you what I have here. Yeah. So Unified Field Theory. So this was the subset. So I have a folder for you. So if we're gonna work on it, I say, holy, you are on another level. All right, epic stuff. So again, here at MES, I try to do one thing, and then drive home the point, and then go another stuff. Okay, so it allows you to view, but I might need the address to give access. Yeah, you can also give access to anybody that has it, but then people in the chat and so on can go and mess things up. Because they can see it all. I'll take the contents of those screenshots and make a coherent Excel file for you to mess around with. Also, some months ago, I made a schematic for a gyroscopic field reactor, a couple of different ones. Actually, so when I saw you work in the gyroscope, I can say with confidence that if you're interested in figuring out if you're energy, I believe you're on the right track. However, I also believe that there is some inherent danger in these devices if proper precautions aren't taken. It can be used for benefit of humanity. It can be used as a very powerful weapon. Interesting. I don't want to see. I'll be happy to share with you in a confidential email. Confidential for now, all right? Well, yeah, but if you put it on Telegram, I'll read it if you don't mind. I slept 7 hours over the course of 72 hours. Oh, wow, 7 hours, 72? That's 10% sleep rate. That's all right. Yeah, so I need, yeah, you do need some rest. Yeah, I added a ton of stuff to the email drop, but I need your email to edit. Yeah, so I just sent that email. I'd like to see what you think about the design. Yeah, so someone, I did see a video. I was trying to find it again. Apparently, I think it was from some Iranian guy or something. He made a free energy device that involved a gyroscope in precession. So again, I think precession is the key. Okay, I'll find you on Telegram. Yeah, you can find my Telegram, and so on. And I'd like to see what you think about the design. I could also come up with a schematic for simpler design and be more accessible for testing with you. Yeah, the simpler the better, because again, I don't have a giant lab. I just have me and I can order things from Amazon and eBay. The thing with gyroscopes, it does more than store angular momentum, which with rings that rotate around the core, the materials each ring is made out of, and the core matters quite a bit depending on the desired effect. I believe this can create an inertial bubble that essentially seals what is inside of it from the influence of surrounding fields. It doesn't quite erase gravity, but warps the local reaction to it. Within that bubble, you can create, assuming you're building one that's for anti-gravity. There's many different designs you can make that can act differently depending on materials used and how you interact with the resulting fields. Yeah, so my goal is to get like practical anti-gravity or like irrefutable proof that can be replicated by anyone, similar to the Atwood machine. So Atwood machine, just if the magnets and repulsion work, if they go down slower by a few seconds, then if I get that video out and so on, hopefully I get it out before anything happens. As for the quartz and gold is quite expensive, but silver can be used as substitute, possibly other materials, even copper, but quartz is easily to come by. So you want to make a, oh yeah, this quartz, I think there's another experiment are you saying I should make a gyro out of quartz? I have some tests we can do that are pretty simple. Okay, as for the quartz and gold is quite expensive, but silver can be used as substitute, possibly other materials, even copper, but quartz is easy to come by. Could possibly use a manual or hydraulic press on the materials to activate the piezoelectric properties of the quartz, where it would transfer that charge to the silver. Interesting. It's kind of similar to the John Hutchison's crystal cell battery. I have quartz on the way. No gyro out of quartz. All right. Okay. Could possibly use a manual or hydraulic press to on the materials to activate the piezoelectric properties of the quartz, where it would transfer that charge to the silver. I have 99.9 silver, again 666 upside down silver coins. So you don't have. So if you don't have any, I have some actually. I have some silver in the back. I can probably provide those for you. I have a few silver coins that Alan Force gave me actually. As for your question as to why we would want to use this unified model, which includes consciousness variable, many reasons. One, it's scalability. E equals mc squared works well on the scales that we deal with here on Earth, but on a cosmological scale doesn't quite add up, which is why science invented dark energy, dark matter. My equation, this right here, times this is it, divided by times E field on the will scale from the atomic level all the way to the galactic scale without the need for any other force or speculative. As for using my field equation, it doesn't necessarily need to replace the standard model. The standard model is well established and the process for obtaining variables is known. However, it can't be overstated that there's some things the standard model does not fit well. Most of the energy units don't have to change because they work. I actually had no prior knowledge of these other unified models, but it's possible certain situations would require variables that I didn't account for. Now, consciousness, yes, consciousness is in your phone, it's in your body, it's in a desk you sit at the fibers of the bed you sleep on, it's in everything. What matters is that material's permissivity to consciousness. Everything we see is part of the field of consciousness, and consciousness is within every bit of observable matter. It is not a separable force or particle. It's an emergent field state that arises when matter organizes coherent energy coherently enough to sustain internal resonance. For example, crystal lattices would have high resonance, low entropy, high consciousness. So crystal lattice is high. I think that's what you mean by consciousness. That lambda, what is that? Okay, this is my equation. This here. This is is this what it is? Consciousness is that. What symbol is that? Omega or something? I think it's omega. And it's a trident. That's the So that's the trident exterior columns. Exterior, I think. Yeah, exterior columns of the WTC. Oh no, psi. Okay, Greek letter psi. So notice it's a trident, 911 trident columns. Yeah, that's psi. Okay, yeah. Yeah, psi for consciousness. I think what you meant. Okay. I think these were yeah, these are the steel ones, right? Yeah, these are, so the trident psi. So again, everything's 911. So you get that symbol. It's like a trident. Yeah. These were the lobby columns. Yeah. So these are the exterior lobby columns. Yeah. So this is the exterior lobby columns right there. Again, consciousness 911. And go back here so you can see the random. So those are the exterior lobby columns. They're all tridents. But the aluminum is aluminum cladding around it. But then you had these box columns. Yeah, see the box columns, and you had the aluminum around it. So those are inside there before they put the aluminum. And what's also interesting is the MH370. Go to MH370. I'll go to Saturn Storm Cube. Yeah, so missing MH370. This was a pretty wild goose case right here. So if you look at the trident, so the Malaysian Airlines logo is a trident. So they have a trident as well. And so in the movie Man of Steel, there's an attack by a trident-shaped UFO. A trident-shaped UFO. The coordinates of the attack match two places: the South Indian Ocean, location of MH370, and Virginia Beach. Seen here is a statue of Neptune. The street forms a trident that is located adjacent to the 33-degree seat. So here's 33-degree seat, 37 north. Okay, there's the yeah. So notice this right here is a trident. Neptune Beach, Virginia Beach. It has Neptune with the trident, and you have at the 32nd, 30th. Yeah, so 32nd, 31st, and then 30th, and right beside 33rd Street is a trident road, and that's where the you get the trident right there. You got the trident. So many dots. I didn't even connect. Yeah. So and again the MH370 again. If you Malaysia backwards 666. And they have Malaysia, and that's in the Mission Impossible. They had the Malaysia there backwards as well 666. Anyways, Malaysia backwards 666, and it has a trident. And so on. So you got the trident right here, and I think it forms this like 3776 west, 37 south. So yeah, exactly on the opposite side from the yeah, the coordinates for a trident UFO. So the trident UFO attack in the Man of Steel, or either Virginia Beach trident or the Malaysia MH370 trident setup there. So again, we're dealing with some weird occult mumbo jumbo. So the trident and this trident line perfectly bisects the point where the equator and prime meridian cross. So that's equator, prime meridian. If you cross it straight through, it goes straight there. All right. So anyways, that is some magical mumbo jumbo. And I think one of the most mind-boggling stuff is, so in the Mission Impossible movie, Tom Cruise, his actual name is Ethan Hunt, and then the MH370 who's like leading the fundraising campaign is named Ethan Hunt, and both the names put in the English Sumerian gematria. That's my favorite one. I actually made it one. It says both 666 Ethan Hunt. So again, and then there's a 911 trident, and so on. So again, like what in the world's going on here? Yeah, and then the Vav, also the three tridents is 666. That's the Hebrew. Anyways, this is Ethan Hunt, and again, Ethan Hunt. This is probably the most mind-boggling thing I've ever witnessed in my life. Ethan Hunt. So the guy looking for MH370, he seeks 5 million reward for an investigation. His name is Ethan Hunt. Project leader Ethan Hunt. Ethan Hunt is literally the Mission Impossible guy. Is literally the Mission Impossible guy, and they're both Mission Impossible is, and they had the same thing, like I think a UFO or whatever, and again, all related to MH370. And again, you go to Sumerian, and the reason I like the Sumerian one is I'll go gematria. Okay, I missed links. My goodness. Gematria. Okay, so gematria calculator. I made one right here. And the reason I like this one is because it's the simplest, but you multiply by 6 for their NWO. So if you go A, letter A is 1 in ordinal, so just 1, and then 6. All you do is multiply by 6. So B would be 2 or 12. Yeah. C would be 3 or 18. So you just multiply it. So then if you go Ethan Hunt, you go 111 or 666. So it's like, yeah. And then if you go internet, I think internet, and reverse gematria is the other one, computer is 666. That's interesting. Pizzagate is 666. That's interesting. So anyways, Ethan Hunt. Inhibitor Geometry, my name comes out 600. Meaning Cosmic or Epic Matthew stuff, I think. 1002, let's go. And then, but the interesting one, Donald J. Trump is 888. And then Emmanuel Macron. Oh, I think I spelled his name wrong. Emmanuel Macron. 810, I think I spelled his name wrong. Emmanuel Macron. How do you spell his name? Oh, there's two M's, okay. I'm just going way down the rabbit hole. Yeah, 888. This one, when he was running for president, I'm like, okay, he's gonna win because his name sums up to Trump's. Anyways, so we're going deep in the rabbit hole, guys. We're going and so Ethan Hunt, Mission Impossible. It's like Mission Psyop. This one is absolutely epic. Meaning son of David, Mashiach. Interesting. So you're are you the Antichrist, or is Trump taking a? Oh, I'm gonna go right here. Okay, I'm gonna post this right here. So again, definitely check that out. Okay, we have a few more minutes. Keep going through Drew's consciousness. So again, Trident is 9/11. I'll send you the thing as well. I'll send you the link so you have it there in our little discussion there. Because again, consciousness and go to the Trident. I'll send a link there. Yeah. So again, just so you have it there. So again, that's mind blowing. You got the Trident, you got consciousness, you got Trident, consciousness, mumbo jumbos, and the Ethan Hunt one is absolutely wild. Okay, so this is gonna be. Okay, so there it is. Oh, I should have included these. I forgot to include this in the video. So again, even though I got like hundreds of photos in my part 33 exterior lobby columns one, it's still there's still many more. This one wasn't even in the video. I got this thumbnail after I actually made it. I'm like, oh wow, I forgot completely. Anyways, let's continue on our journey. Once I realized crystal lattices will have high resonance, low entropy, and high consciousness, or 9/11 Trident. Liquids have moderate coherence and moderate consciousness. Okay, so these are good setups here. So you could think a good way of thinking about reality. So again, that's how you check if your theory is correct, is by having something that we can apply it. So again, this is a good way to think about it. So high consciousness is crystal lattice, low consciousness or medium is liquids. Liquids of moderate coherence and moderate consciousness. Amorphous solids or plastics would have low symmetry, atoms arranged in a mangled or disordered way, and low consciousness. So amorphous solids, plastics. With all that said, I'll get to work on an Excel tomorrow after work and see what else I can refine this to. Yeah, hey, and then yeah. So yeah, again, I had a quick read before, but I didn't have that much time because again, I am doing a bunch of other mumbo jumbos. Mainly the Atwood machine. Once I do that, and then I'll go one step at a time. So hey, I hope you're doing well. Contacting Nancy. Yes, contacting Nancy. Epic stuff. So Nancy will probably be in the stream next Saturday. Not this Saturday, the one after. I don't know why this photo shows up. Yeah, so next Saturday on July 5th. So Nancy will be in the background. John will be there, and Gene Manning. Sounds pretty epic. Yeah, it's okay, man. We have a lot going on. But definitely thanks for your notes and so on. And that's why I use this Wednesday streams to go over them, and then one step at a time until I grasp it. But again, I think we and then this is why I go one step at a time. Because like, for example, you showed your consciousness is the Psi logo, all right? So this, just looking at this, I'm like, oh my goodness, I gotta go deep dive into. So Psi, Greek letter Psi, and then now I got deep dive into 9/11, and then deep dive into MH70, and so on, and 666 occult numerology. So again, everything you can keep going on and on. So the rabbit hole goes as deep as your mind goes. So hey, I hope you're doing well. I contacted Nancy. Also added 15 separate papers to my drive folder, including a new Excel sheet, tests, and elaborations on some of my theories on both on atomic and cosmological scale with examples. I'll have a test in my mind. I'd like to try it regarding the piezoelectric properties of quartz. I'm not well off, so I won't be using gold, but silver is a stand for it. My plan is to purchase some flat quartz discs. I'll sand down a couple of my silver coins to sit flush with them. Then with the quartz in between the silver coins, I can press them with a press. Okay, yeah, this is very, very similar to the John Hutchison's crystal crystal for energy device. I can press them with a yeah, I can press them with a press. I was using to make composite armor a while ago, and then measure the resulting voltage. Yeah, that's what John would do is compress them all together, heat them up, but he also heat up a bunch of like material together, and then fire up a high voltage pulse on it. On a small scale, the energy created. Yeah, me and John should talk. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I think you have John's email. I can send you John's email if you want. But yeah, in the stream, you can ask him questions next Saturday, and then I'll let him know you want to talk to him, and so on. And also, you can also, you have Nancy's email. You can ask her for your phone number, and you guys can chat if you want to talk to her or John, whenever. Okay. So I can press them with the, but again, get on their good mood, and you'll have access to John and Nancy. My plan is to purchase some flat quartz discs. I'll sand down a couple of my silver coins to sit flush with them. Then with the quartz in between the silver coins, I can press them with the press I was using to make composite armor. Okay, yeah, a while ago, and then measure the resultant voltage. On a small scale, the energy created would be insignificant, high voltage, but microamps of current, but measurable nonetheless. On a large scale, so on a small scale, large energy would be yeah, high voltage, but microamps. Yeah, that's another thing. I get at a lot of these higher voltage ones, like the Nancy gave me her crystal energy device thingy. Again, but the microamps, that's the thing. I want to get high amps somehow. And John said he was able to get high amps when he was paid to make those for energy devices for some Japanese investors that were never able to get funding. I have the quartz on the way. It should be here in a week. Epic stuff. Yeah, again, and film these. Yeah, film your progress as well, and so on. And then I will share it. Use a capacitor. So on a large scale, such as enormous blocks stacked on top of each other, this would generate quite a bit of power. I imagine it'd probably be a week or two before I get the quartz delivered. But I'll document results and get going. Yeah, definitely. And I want to. I will be uploading one eventually. So if you go to John Hutchison Crystal Converter. So you go to John Hudson Crystal Converter. I haven't uploaded one yet, but I will be. So he explains how he does it. Acoustic energy. Let's see some of these later videos. Okay. I'm going to start closing some stuff here. I'm going to close just to get less bottled down here. Alright. Yeah, so this is the papers. You have two step-by-step examples. Okay, unified field theory. I'm going to close some of this Trident stuff. And close some stuff here. Okay, so we got a bunch of messages. Okay, what's going on here? So, better worldwide, we urge all Jews to evacuate New York City. Alright, so what in the world's going on here, guys? We're literally in the middle of, like, evacuate NYC. Alright, so we're getting some, some global Jewish organizations are calling for Jews to evacuate NYC. We don't want it recovering. What? This is real. This is how many followers is this? 27,000. Okay, that's only 27,000. And this guy's saying evacuate. Thank you for your important matter. And 1 million views. 495. Okay, this is former White House press secretary, Fox News contributor. Evacuate New York City now. Okay, so we're getting it. Okay, no. What in the world's going on here? We're getting. We're literally. We're like in PSYOP land right now. It's like I think the world is so controlled that they can like tell you when the PSYOPs will happen. They will always say themselves first. These capacitor. But again, a lot of people again don't get too caught up in the alt media like hatred of Jewish people. You have to realize New York City is 10% Jewish. A lot of Jews got killed in 9/11, and you have to realize Jewish people are used as pawns as any other country, any other people. Similar how Muslims are used as pawns. Justify 9/11. You have Jewish people used as pawns, as blamed on 9/11, but also as just on. Whenever you're blaming a general group of people that you have no idea who they are, what their names are, and if you go ask one of them and they'd be like, "What? I have no idea what you're talking about." For example, if you go to any Jewish person on the street, they will have no idea what in the world you're talking about. You ask them, hey, where did you hide the free energy, direct energy weapon? And so, anyways, so that is pretty wild. I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna go ask. Actually, I don't want to get too sidetracked. But anyways, yeah, once everyone realizes every person is used as pawns and so on, in every country are pawns made to hate each other, and as opposed to work together and make free energy. Ask them to get an interest-free loan. Well, go ask any bank to get an interest-free loan. So again, ask ask anyone but a friend to get an interest-free loan, and even ask a friend for anything substantial. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna close some stuff here. Oh, that's cool. So when you search plane crash survive tire, I'm the first one that shows up. Okay, let's go. I gamed the system, guys. Okay, plane crash tire survive. I'm gonna just Google it. Let's see what shows up. Okay, guys, I'm live. Okay, guys, we've gamed the system. I gamed the YouTube system over there. Where are you hiding? Yeah, we're hiding the Jewish slaves. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, what people don't realize is like, it's like whenever you blame a category of group of people, like the reason my view is like pretty much Freemasons run the world is because they're the only ones that literally tell you they have a secret society that they're not allowed to tell you and what they do, otherwise they're gonna get killed. I'm like, oh, all right. I'm assuming you got bad stuff to do. Investors, yeah. Okay, anyways, I was gonna do some other stuff here, but yeah. So we get step by step. Plug in all variables. Sub-variable. This is master consciousness equations. Master variables, worked examples. Whoops, worked examples. Freemasons are closet Kabbalists. Yeah, but again, it's like which one's first, which is that the Kabbalah stuff. It's like which one is the governing one. Like any Kabbalist, go ask them, are they Freemasons? If they're not Freemasons, then what? Then what are they doing? But also, it's like, where are they getting their? Where are they meeting? Where's the like? Is there a Kabbalah center near you? Is there a Kabbalah center every single city in the world? Was the U.S. Founded by like public Kabbalists? But anyway, speaking of Kabbalah stuff, again, Trump is a Freemason, but also if you go to Trump Kabbalah, you have to realize a lot of this is like the cult stuff. They kind of merge everything together and so on. So Trump actually has a Kabbalah teacher. Freemasons are beneath actual Kabbalists. Well, again, it's like I don't know. We're speculating on who's running the world, and so on. And the question is, for example, Trump is a Freemason, like definitely, just because he does a hand sign all the time. But he also has a Kabbalah teacher. So this is, he actually wrote one day when my Kabbalah teacher, Ethan Yardanin, asked how I was doing. I told him I need a break, and I was thoroughly exhausted, overwhelmed, and overworked. Ethan then said, "Do you know what you should do now?" And I thought he was going to encourage me to take some time off. But instead he replied, "No, go to work harder. Be careful what you ask for because you may get it." Ethan was right. If I ask for a break, God may hear me, and I get one, a long one. I took this advice to heart and started working even harder. So anyways, so he gave some good advice. Actually, throwback to when Trump's Kabbalah teacher gave him some pretty good advice. Anyways, that's a pretty good advice. If you feel tired, work harder. Freemasons are beneath actual Kabbalists. But anyways, again, yeah, you can share stuff, but like, when you speculate stuff, like, tell me you're speculating, because I'm speculating that Freemasons run the world, and so on. But the other part is I literally don't care. I literally don't care. It doesn't affect who's running it and so on. But definitely they got some weird occult mumbo jumbos. I categorize everything like Kabbalah and all that, Jewish mysticism and all that as a cult. I just like categorize it so that I don't ignore everything. You won't need to speculate after that. But anyways, what are we talking about? Like even the Freemason Supreme Court. So the Jewish Supreme Court is literally, I can't believe it. Nothing's showing up. Israel. Oh, Freemasonry. Oh no, Supreme Court. Israel. So what I'm trying to say is like the Supreme Court of Israel building, constructed in 1982 by Rothschild family, is deeply inspired occult and Freemasonry. But it's literally just a Freemason setup there. They have the three major degrees of people and so on. The whole thing is just a giant shrine to Freemasonry, and so on. You got the all-seeing eye on top of the pyramid, and so on. And so far, I think it's very close by to a Freemasonry setup there. And again, there's the obelisk and so on, the obelisk of all things. If you want to know who rules you, find out you're not allowed to criticize. It's like, what do you mean? You can say you can criticize anybody. Yeah, it's like But anyways, that's interesting near the end of the stream. So Saturday I'm actually doing a Who Runs the World stream. So Who Runs the World? So here's the poll I did. You're allowed to criticize the Masons. I'm not sure what you mean, but you're allowed to criticize it. You're allowed to criticize Kabbalists. Like I'm calling Kabbalists. I have a giant red bracelet Kabbalah stuff. But like, who is a Kabbalist? Is what I'm trying to say. So I have a giant. So it's like, here's a Kabbalah red bracelet thingy. But I'm trying to say, it's like, look up the laws. Which laws? Like, I'm just saying, which laws? What are we doing? You're asking me to look up stuff. So this guy's wearing a Kabbalah red bracelet. So again, the Kabbalah stuff is, yeah, it's got its role. Like, what I'm trying to say is, I categorize all these secret stuff, basically Freemasonry and occult. Kabbalah is obviously part of that. Islam rules the world. It's like, I think Islam is also, it's like it's also got its own controlled stuff. Anyway, that's something as you know. Anyways, here's my thread on Kabbalah red bracelet if you haven't seen it, guys. So thread on celebrities wearing Kabbalah, aka Jewish mysticism red bracelet. You got everybody wearing it. You got Tucker Carlson, you got Michael Jackson, you got Madonna, you got this person, and she actually turned to Kabbalah. Ariana Grande actually wears the Kabbalah red bracelet, and she's actually is like public Kabbalist. So that's interesting. And then you got everybody wearing the Kabbalah and so on. And even Putin's wearing the Kabbalah red bracelet. So definitely some weird stuff. Can't criticize Islam. But again, you could do. It depends on the context. You can't criticize LGBTQ. So is LGBTQ running the world? It's like if there's a lot of things you can't say. Okay. St. David says first comment, guys, on Rumble. Bless up, man, in chat. Never forget 9/11 Moonchild heard it first. All right, guys. Anyways, I think we covered a lot of stuff. And yeah, this stuff here. Yeah. So Drew, yeah, just keep me updated on your experiments and so on. And also, yeah, give me access to this stuff and we can go through it. But yeah, you're definitely on another level right now. And so on. I think there's worth examples. Gold. Okay, these were calculating your gold, silver, and again, you're using these with practical applications. And I do want to see your results on that. And here's the John Hutchison crystal converter if you haven't seen.
Successful 1995 Japanese lecture tour on new energy in here.
This was a large crystal converter he made. Yeah, epic stuff. Okay, thanks. I think I'll do a test out testing. Oh, I gotta switch my accounts. Okay, I'm gonna go switch to this one. Okay, I'm gonna go testing. Whoops, what the just happened? Okay, testing. I can't access it. Just access from my own one. This is unbelievable. Leave. Okay, I'll go right here. Yeah, I have my personal one. I gotta switch to my business one. Okay, and now we'll go. What just happened? Shared with me. My drive. Where is that drive folder? Okay, so I think you need to share the whole folder, not just one thing. Yeah, so you need to share the whole folder. So we're right here. Owner. Let's see if I can edit anything. Unified. I'll do the step-by-step one. Testing. Yeah, I can write testing. Okay, so I can do epic stuff. Okay, thanks. I have access to that and so on. And see if I can add stuff as well. Unified comparison model. And what I'll do is I'll actually add. Okay, no, it is there. What I'm gonna do is a. Okay, how do I add Ask with Gemini? I can't add a folder. Oh, there it is, button. Because I don't use Google Drive that much. I'm going to go MES files. So basically, anything that I work with or edit on yours, I'll put in here. So then, so if I do stuff like that, then I'll do a new, yeah, Google Sheet, create and share. So I'll put it in there as well. So we're basically working as a team. There's a delay, that's all, yeah. And I'll go right here, MES. So MES calculations, and basically I'll use our consciousness stuff and so on. And go calcs. And then so that you can see my progress and so on if I dive into it and basically try to do is yeah, basically we're basically working as a unified team right here. All right, anyways, so I think this is the 12-hour mark, 12 p.m. mark, so we're done 2 hours. So yeah, again, this guy's wearing a red bracelet, and this guy here, and look at his weird left eye. He told that a friend gave it to him. So again, And I think what's interesting is also like the WTC has like a giant Kabbalah. No, I mean the New York City. No, Washington DC Kabbalah tree map. It's got some bunch of Kabbalah stuff. But again, what I mean is Kabbalah is more like the patterns and so on, but they I just call it Freemasonry as everything. So you got, I think this is from the top one. It was Philadelphia street layout. So it's like again, yeah, you have to emphasize what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say I call everything Freemasonry just because they literally tell you they're in secret. For a bunch of equations in each paper, you can use epic stuff. Yeah. So again, the way I call it Freemasonry. Basically any country that's started by, but again, the Kabbalah and so on, it's like all infused. You could say they're one and the same, and so on. But I think I like Freemasonry because it incorporates every country and every major religion in terms of like at least how they're controlled. So you can go to the other part I want to show is Freemasonry, Freemason, and then capital. Also, another part is again, it's the whole thing's about deification and so on. So George Washington, the first U.S. president, literally calls himself Freemason on his grave, like it says, or his memorial, Freemason and first president. So it's above. Freemasonry is above it, and the whole thing, the whole idea, whatever you call it, is for them to be God. That's their in the Capitol building in the rotunda is literally the deification of the apotheosis of Washington. So in other words, literally the deification, and then there's the as above, so below, and all this mumbo jumbo. The Thule Society, check out that. I think I've heard a tiny bit about it. And so, yeah. But what I'm trying to say is this right here. It does not say Kabbalah. It says Freemason and first president. Okay, all right. But again, he is. What I'm trying to say is the Kabbalah is probably all the same thing. And notice the trident right here. That's interesting. I think that's Neptune or something. So again, I kind of categorize them all as the same thing. So you can see George Washington, as above, so below, and this is the literally deification. And if you go to the other guy, founding father. I think Benjamin. Okay, there's another one. Capital Pagans. Yeah, so Thomas Jefferson right here. So Thomas Jefferson, the third American president, literally designed the U.S. Capitol building after the Roman Pantheon as a dedication to all pagan gods. So even the actual rotunda. Again, these are supposedly built by so-called Christians, like founded U.S. It designs this as a pantheon dedication to all the pagan gods. So it's like, and they literally call it the apotheosis deification of Washington. So again, beyond titles, beyond Freemasonry, Kabbalah, mumbo jumbo, the idea is these cool, quote, enlightened, illumined men are trying to become God, and they even tell you apotheosis. Apotheosis literally means deification. Okay, the apotheosis. What does apotheosis mean? I think, yeah. So the apotheosis of Washington depicts George Washington sitting among the heavens in an exalted manner, or in literary terms, ascending and becoming a god. All right, Jupiter indigenous Washington. All right, he's becoming. Okay, so it's like this is George Washington, as above, so below. Again, this star Remfrem Saturn. Yeah, again, yeah, the 6-pointed star and so on. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is this Freemason trying to become a god, creating U.S. and you got Thomas Jefferson wanting to become, yeah, basically designed it, designed the building after all the Roman gods. It's like, so what I'm trying to say is those people run the world, but I'll also run the world. I made a poll, and the votes were here's the votes for the poll. Also, someone was asking, hey guy, I love the channel. I looked for a video on your page discussing who's running the world, top of the pyramid. I couldn't find one. Have you thought of doing a live stream about it? Yes, I'll do one this Saturday. I'll see what people had. But anyways, Beyonce says who runs the world, girls. So the Tower of Babel all over again. Yeah, definitely. The whole world is Tower of Babel is like the whole name of the game. And also, and I made this right here. So who runs the world? I'm gonna go poll. The poll results. I think the last poll. Okay, here's the poll results. This was before. Yeah, so I said who runs the world? Freemasons got 26% of the vote. Zionists got 4%. I should put a Kabbalist, and then Jesuits. I think someone wanted to vote for Jesuits, but they put Freemason just because as a supplement. and then Zionist reptilians. Girls got a lot of fallen angels, the devil, and then the majority are unwillingness to stand up for truth. And I even made it multiple choice. You can choose multiple. I chose Freemasons, and this one here. I think it's 50% Freemasons, and then 50% are unwillingness to stand up for truth. Because again, you ask anyone in the street, hey, 9/11 was towers turned to dust. Are you gonna do something about it? They're like, what? Even if they realize it's like, all right. But or they don't want to know it. They just want to continue with their daily program. And so again, I think, what's his name? Michael Tessarian said that the world rulers, they give the ruled basically what they always wanted, which is freedom, the ultimate freedom, freedom from freedom. So they don't want, they actually be able to do whatever they want. They want a structured life and so on. And again, here's the more of the free energy device. I'll share this actually with you. This was, in case you haven't seen this, and I'll be uploading these later once I grasp it and get down on it. So here I'm going to send you this, Drew. I think this is very similar to well, it is just your quartz experiments and compression and so on. It reminds me of this. So I'll send you these two. I'll send you these two, and this other crystal converter. This may, in case you haven't seen it already, this may be of use. Anyways, guys, that's all for today. I am gonna have a. Yeah, definitely. I'll send these also here. I'll put this in the chat right here. And so on. Copy link. That's the first one, second one. Okay, so we have these two. And does this open up? Okay, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Definitely check those out. Because that's what it reminded me of. Anyways, guys, that is all for today. I'm gonna go right here and type in. That's all for today. Have a great. Or I'll say thanks for joining. Have a great day. Yeah, so this Saturday we'll do a Who Runs the World stream. So bring all your questions and and receipts of Who Runs the World. Find some like some leaked text messages from like from some Kabbalah saying where the Kabbalah space lasers are. You have a good rest of your week. Anyways, guys, have a good one, and never forget. Yeah, never forget 9/11 Moonchild heard it here first. Okay, guys, have a great day, and yeah, and then next week, the week after is gonna be John Hutchison and Gene Manning. Have a good one, guys. I'm ending the stream in 3, 2, 1, and stream.